guys, it's Brooke
and Chelsea,
and we are here with another video this week. This week we are going to be talking about our favorite topic,
communication.
As we say in all of our communication videos, if I could boil down the success of any relationship into any one thing, it would be communication. Without that, there literally isn't the foundation for anything else. So I think if you master that, your relationship can be successful.
But I think a lot of people automatically assume that when we say that, or anybody says that, that means verbally and talking to your partner. That's not necessarily the case. You can definitely communicate in other ways. A lot of people benefit more from writing their thoughts down in a letter or even texting. Texting your partner when you're in a fight or when you're having a hard time trying to come up with the words to say can be really easy and beneficial.
You know, it is an opportunity to just be really direct, really get to the point of what it is you're trying to say. You know, I feel like when people get in arguments or conversations with their spouse, they're feeling like they just like filling up the room with words, talking until you jam what you really mean down your partner's throat, when in actuality you don't even know what you're really trying to say. So texting, really, there is no room for fluff. Most times text messages are really fast, you got to get to the point, so it really just helps you draw out what exactly specifically you're trying to communicate to your partner.
Like, you know, there's not talking in circles. When you're texting, you can stop, think about what you want to say, get straight to the point.
If you're texting someone that totally takes out you accidentally saying something you don't mean, or like something that you know is going to push your partner's buttons, you know, texting just really gets rid of that. So it's really, really helpful. So this isn't something Chelsea and I do all the time. You know, I have a bad habit. When I get upset with Chelsea or we get in an argument, I have a bad habit of holding it in all day. Even though we've decided we're going to squash it and move past it, I am the master of grudge holding. Like, I will hold the grudge for hours and hours and hate myself for it. No one likes to hold the grudge, but like, it's something that takes over me. I can't help it. But I always find when Chelsea and I are arguing, like the next day when we're at work and we're like G-chatting back and forth all day, that's when we can really get to the bottom of like what the previous argument was about, because, you know, we're behind a screen, first of all. We're able to actively, you know, communicate our thoughts in such a way where our partner has to understand what we're saying, because that's the whole point of chatting and texting anyway.
But be mindful. There are a few things, like, you know, some topics that really shouldn't be talked about, like, you know, via text message. I know there's been a few times where we've been sitting right next to each other and there's just so much tension, and I whip out my phone and I'll just send her a quick text message, even though we're right next to each other. Just for me, I have a hard time verbally communicating, and like I've even done like therapy and stuff for it. So if I get back in that place, you know, sometimes it's just easier for me to send a text message. And there's been a few instances where we were in the middle of, like, you know, some tension and fight, and I shouldn't have texted when I did or what I said, and it should have been talked about, you know, together, like verbally.
Yeah.
Because like you can't really relay emotion, and so certain words that I should have emphasized, they just came off, you know, straightforward. So just, you know, use your best judgment. It can be very helpful, but it can also get you into some trouble. So
I 100% agree with Chelsea. She brings up a very good point. I personally think it'll probably be beneficial to only use this texting method after you've already had your in-person conversation. Don't start off a problem or a conversation of trying to resolve something with your partner over chat or text message. Try to have a conversation in person. If you're not getting successful at getting through in person, that's when you maybe should resort to texting, and not the other way around. Chelsea and I are good at communicating for the most part, but every once in a while we will get in those arguments that are just really tough for us to move past. So I really want to be better about applying this texting method to those situations and see what comes of it. All right, guys, well, thank you for letting us shove communication down your throat one last time. This will not be the last. If you agree that communication is a very important part in any relationship, please give this video a big fat thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button. Please give us a like on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I am OMG Brooke Berry.
and I am OMG Chelsea Berry.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye!